Okay, let's get right into it. Because this past week in AI, well, it wasn't just another week of updates. This was one of those weeks where it feels like the ground just shifted underneath our feet.
So first up, an AI product that had the entire world buzzing, yeah, it got shut down. Just overnight. We'll get to the why in a second, but that move alone sent some serious shockwaves.
And if that wasn't enough, a huge AI company started a high-stakes legal battle with the Pentagon. We're talking a fight that could totally redefine the relationship between tech and national security.
At the exact same time, a new AI was released that can literally control your entire computer for you.
Yeah, you heard that right.
This is blurring the lines between you and your tools in a way we have never seen before.
Then, a billion-dollar initiative was launched to deal with AI's impact on all of us, which signals that the industry is finally, maybe, starting to get serious about the downsides of its own creations.
And to top it all off, a landmark legal ruling just came down on two of the biggest tech companies on Earth. So look, these aren't just random headlines. They are tremors, signs of a fundamental power shift that's happening right now. And that shift kicks off with our first story. A really sudden and surprising pivot from one of the biggest names in the game, OpenAI. That's right, OpenAI has reportedly pulled the plug on Sora, its groundbreaking AI video generator. Now, what's really interesting here is why. This move seems to be coming after huge pressure over the risks of deepfakes, and reports are saying a planned partnership with Disney, a deal that would have made this stuff mainstream, has also been scrapped.
So what this tells us is that OpenAI is making a massive strategic change. They're backing away from the flashy, high-risk world of consumer entertainment, and instead, they're focusing on enterprise tools. Things like AI for coding and other business systems. This is a huge change, of course, and it tells us a lot about where the real power and money in AI might be headed.
But it's not just in the boardroom where these power struggles are playing out. The battle for control is also heating up in the courthouse, which brings us to our next story.
So the AI company Anthropic is now in federal court, going head-to-head with the U.S. Department of Defense. And this case just lays the tension bare, The government has labeled the company a supply chain risk, which could really cripple their business. But Anthropic claims this is just retaliation, punishment, because they refuse to weaken their safety guardrails for things like surveillance and autonomous weapons.
This whole case really boils down to one giant question that affects the entire industry. Who ultimately controls artificial intelligence? The companies building it or the state that wants to use it? The outcome here could set a precedent that shapes the future of AI for years. Believe me, everyone in tech is watching this one very, very closely.
While Anthropic is fighting for its future in court, they're also pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Their other big move this week represents a major shift in how we all might start interacting with AI.
This is a huge leap forward. Anthropic updated its AI, Claude, so it can now natively control Mac computers. We've officially moved past just asking an AI a question and getting text back. It's now taking direct action on our behalf, which just opens up a whole new world. So what does that actually look like? Well, this is the start of what people are calling the OS-level AI coworker. Imagine this. Instead of opening your email, drafting a message, and attaching a file, you just tell your computer, email the latest sales report to the team. The AI does the rest. You just say what you want, and the AI does the work. But, as AI gets more and more powerful, those questions about safety and responsibility just get louder. And that brings us to another massive move from OpenAI this week. This time, all about resilience.
Just take a look at that number, $1 billion. That is the amount OpenAI's foundation just committed to what it's calling AI resilience. Let that sink in. It's a staggering investment that shows just how seriously the potential downsides of this tech are being taken.
And this isn't just some vague promise. The initiative has clear targets, tackling challenges in life sciences, studying the economic impact of AI, and, critically, figuring out how to protect younger users from the potential negative effects. This shows that the pressure to manage AI's human impact is growing just as fast as the technology itself.
Okay, so we've seen a lot of different pieces of the puzzle this week. A major pivot from OpenAI, a high-stakes lawsuit, a new kind of AI, and a massive investment in safety. Now, let's start connecting these dots, beginning with one final major legal precedent that was just set. A U.S. jury just found both Meta and Alphabet liable in a landmark case focused on their algorithms. The whole lawsuit was about addiction and the psychological harm caused by AI-driven content feeds designed to keep you scrolling.
This is a huge deal because it might be the first time a jury has held these companies directly responsible for the negative effects of their algorithms.
This right here is the key takeaway, and it is a potential game changer. The ruling suggests that, for the first time, companies could be held legally and financially responsible for the direct effects of their algorithms on people's well-being. This could fundamentally change how all AI systems are designed from here on out.
So let's put it all together. We've got products being shut down over safety fears. We have companies battling governments in court. We have AI taking direct control of our computers. Billion-dollar investments in responsibility. And now the legal system is finally stepping in. What does this all add up to?
When you see all of these things happening in a single week, it becomes so clear. This isn't just about faster chips or smarter models anymore. This isn't just innovation. This is something much bigger.
It's a rebalancing of power, a fundamental tug-of-war over control, over responsibility, and over the future of this technology. It's a battle between the companies building it, the governments trying to regulate it, and a society that's living through its impact every single day. And the outcome of this struggle will define the next chapter of the AI revolution.
This space is moving incredibly fast, and the real story often isn't just the flashy new product. It's the power shifts, the legal battles, and the ethical debates that are shaping our future. If you want to stay ahead of what's actually happening in AI, make sure you follow for more weekly explainers just like this one.